Can you guys see now clearly? Can you guys see the screen and stuff? If you guys can see the screen and stuff, let me know. Okay, so I'll finish the publishing now. So I just got this from. All right, that's good. So I just got this description from ChatGPT. So just to get it done. All right. 3 categories. Which one we choose? We choose earlier. We choose chart patterns, and also we choose fractals. Pivot points. All right. So what was the name? Let's do charts PSP. All right. All right, perfect. So that's the name. All right, publish. No, open. Shit. No worries. What's better than an alternative and then decline offer? Let me see this offer. Is it good? I'll just wait for Black Friday. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just wait for Black Friday to come and then I'll get the yearly plan again. All right. Let me do edit. I cannot edit that one. Oh God. You know what? I'm gonna delete. This will permanently your publications. Yes. Oh, and it also showed the fact that. Okay. Wait. I'll make this better. Wait. Oh, it seems okay. So we gotta do right here is the fact that we need to show the triad. No, probably publish it on that one. Give me guys one side. All right. I think I can just use that one. Bind editor, publish indicator. Protected. Candle sticking out. You know what I'm gonna do? Chart patterns, fractals, pivot points. Your publishing will be visible to all. Yeah, just keep it public. I swear. Publish. All right. So I want you guys now to go ahead and check if it's available or not. Let me see if it's gonna show. All right, perfect. All right, that's good. Now you can see PSP. And what do you guys notice? Price kind of reverses. PSP, reverse from me PSP, reverse from me PSP. So yeah. All right. All right. How can I share this one? Source code. This is mine. How can I share it? Can you guys go ahead and check if you guys can access it? Let me check. Indicators. Probably I'll have to close reading view and open it again. But yeah, if you guys can see it, let me know, alright? That's the name. Shot of PSP. Or how can I share it? Copy link. There you guys. There's the link. Let me go. If you guys can see it, let me know, right? I just tried it on incognito browser and it works. So yeah, there you go, guys. And I will keep updating it. I will, when I find time for it, I will add the SMT, and I will try to integrate also this higher time frame candles into it, and I will add like the AQ SMTs and all that, and it will be for free for everybody. So, but it will take time. It will take time to get it done, because that's not like a project I'm working on. It's like just like to the side. So I try to make that one just to save time. So instead of just keep searching for the PSPs, it just shows them from far. You have to add to favorites. All right, I got it already. So if you guys can use it in the chart, yeah. All right, perfect. So it said that you guys have to add it to favorites and then restart trading view, and you guys will be able to see it. Perfect. What's going on? All right, let's see. Oh, price just decided to reverse. So this is like, now it shows kind of, let me remove this one. It's useless. This day was really interesting. Like on that case, I will be looking for shorts on that 11 a.m. candle, but there were no entries. So within that candle, I would be looking for shorts. Why? Because the 10 a.m., the first, oh god, it shows that we kind of traded up into that draw. All right, that's what I hate about trading view. I think I will just go ahead and purchase FX replay or like trade Zella. That's what I hate about trading view. And it kind of tells you like everything that's gonna happen beforehand. All right. So in that case, so I had two biases. First one, after we're seeing that high gets taken out, what was I looking for? I was looking for the failure to manipulate to trade into the next relevant swing, or since we got that the high of the 6 a.m. candle, the 4 hour 6 a.m. candle gets manipulated, and we formed an hourly swing, then I was anticipating that price would trade back into that gap. But now what do we see? We see an SMT right here. Do we see any strength switch or anything like that? Yeah, we kind of got this being stronger. So it's not really a two-stage, it's just a one-stage SMT. But yeah, from weaker to stronger. So you just see the closure of that candle. Let's see the closure of that candle. YM already traded into the high. So now I want to guys tell you something. So YM already traded into that objective. So what do we want to see YM doing? Do we want to see guys retracing or expanding or ranging? What's the ideal scenario would be on YM, since it's the first asset to get to that high? Does anybody have an idea? Exactly, yeah. We want to see a YM range, because if it shows signs of reversal, then NQ and ES would just follow. Since this is the stronger asset should not retrace. So that's the first thing. Do you want to see YM expand? Yeah, if it expands, that would be also a good sign. But ideally, we just want to see price range. That way, NQ will have time, ES will have time to catch up. Because who knows, this might be that reversal point for all the assets to resync, to then trade lower. So if YM expands, and NQ just gets here, then the assets will still be not synced. So this might be that relevant swing that will make them sync. So YM needs to just range. So for now, we don't want to trade YM. Why? Because we got to that open draw first. So now let's pick let's pick which one we want to trade. ES or NQ. This is more like you can filter it with two things. Which one is closer to the draw and which one is setting up better in terms of the lower time frame. They're both setting up good. ES is given that C2, and NQ is given that C3. The draw is relatively the same. So now which one got more confluence? I think NQ looks a bit stronger than YM. But overall, in that case, I would not really be picking. But yeah, NQ is a bit preferred since we got that 2-stage. But let's see. Now, again, it's more of that entry. Whatever asset gives me that better entry, I'm just going to go ahead and trade it. Also, ES is looking good. It's showing a lot of gaps. That way, ES is also willing to trade to the upside. Same for NQ. So now let's just see which one is going to give that entry. So ES give the entry first. So both traded into a gap. That one also traded into a gap. So yeah, let's see which one is going to give to R. But actually, I don't like this swing. Are you waiting for return to discount? Nah. In that case, I don't want to see price returning back to discount. Why? Because if price wants to reverse, when price wants to reverse, ideally, you don't want to see retracement back. Look at that. Look at that push. When price wants to expand, we don't want it. We don't want to see deeper retracement into discount. Ideally, we just want to see. If we take that candle, we want to see between the open, between the close and the AQ of that candle. We want to see a continuation that would be formed somewhere in here. Because if price retraces and trades, now what do we have? A big wick that doesn't support expansion. Look at that wick. Look at that wick and look at the body. So that's what we want to see. I actually don't like the fact that price just closed a bit weak right there, and also we don't have a clean open low. Ideally, I actually want a Tesla to get swept and then trade higher. But yeah, I think I might miss this trade. Let's see. Let's see also what's going on in ES. What do we have right there? We got an SMG. We got an SMG between that level and this level. So ES is showing a bit of strength right there. NQ is a bit struggling, but let's see. All right, that's good. Come on, NQ. If it takes out that low and it gives me the entry, I would take it. All right, that's perfect. Okay, that's ideal. Because I don't like this opposing candle. Ideally, I want to see bulky opposing candle. But what are we doing right now? Price manipulated the high the previous candle. Formed the wick. Now we're trading lower. So by the time price breaks above, this candle would flip bullish and I would be aligned with that 30-minute candle. Or I'll wait for that 30-minute candle to close. For example, if we form a new level right there, I'm not gonna take that trade. Why? Because the 30-minute would still be bearish and I would wait for the new candle to open. Because ideally I want to be aligned with that 30-minute candle. So again, this is that CSD level. This is that level. Let's look on the M5. What's going on right there? Where's the new invalidation level? This gap. We don't want to see price trading below that gap or disrespecting that gap. Same for ES. This is kind of that new invalidation level. What do we have? We got an SMG so far. Let's see. But again, ES is really close to that low. One more M5 candle. That's good. It's looking good actually. Let's add one more candle because we need a close above these opposing candles. YM is ranging, which is good. Add one more candle. We haven't gotten the closure yet. Above, yep. We haven't gotten it yet. We haven't gotten it yet. M5, not yet. M3, one more candle. Nothing. One more candle. Alright. So what do we have right now? Now I'm aligned with that 30-minute candle. ES is showing a bit of struggle to kind of trade above that level. So now I'm aligned with that 10 a.m. candle. We see the changing state. We see the sweep, the respect of the new invalidation level. Also, the SMT is still right there. So we do have an SMT right here. So we're seeing that. Where is it? Is it that level? Not really. That level. This one? Yeah. So now what do we see? This is also a form of strength switch, but again, it's not. This is more of subjective one. Why? Because NQ was the weaker and it ended up breaking first. ES was stronger and it failed to break above. So this is also a form of strength switch, because why would the weaker close first while the stronger fail to close? So now we're seeing that NQ is picking up, YM is still ranging, the draw is still open. So I just try this trade. Let me see the M5 opposing candle look really clean. I would probably place my limit right there. It's not giving me 2R. So ideally, I want to see that trade somewhere in here. And I'll try to... Alright, so let's see if we're going to take an L or... How can I make a limit? Create limit order. Let's just put one there. Buy. Alright, let's see. This is the new validation level. This is the TP. So are we seeing ES is closing above, which is good. And again, be aware of that high. Really be aware. Why? Because this high was the reason of that pullback. So this might be a reversal sign. Might be a reversal area. So in that case, I would really be... I would be aggressive actually on the management. I would probably move my stop right here. Because I don't want to see a retracement back into the range. Let me see if I'm going to get taken out right there. Alright, we're seeing a continuation. Yeah. That's what I hate to see. Because the entry is so near that high that in my case a retracement that might take me out. So I would rather be aggressive with my management, take like a 0.2R loss, than take a full 1R. But again, it might continue from there. It did. Yeah, it did continue from there. But I would probably be aggressive with the management on that one. I think so. Yeah. But yeah, but the idea was still correct. The fact that I want to trade higher. But again, depending on... Let me see, 30 minute. Let me see how 30 minute was looking like. We got the closure. That was the C3. C4, this was the C5. So I was expecting the C5 to continue higher. 3 minute. Yeah. Yeah, this was 2R, but again, for me, it would probably be a break even, like a minus 0.2 or a TP. But I think I would be aggressive on the management on that one, especially with the failure to close above. We're seeing the first candle, second candle failing, and by the time that candle will be pushing like really. Let me go on M1. Look at that one. That candle is just. And again, we got to trade above, to trade back, and then to trade higher. But again, this is a lesson to be learned. Yeah. YM, look at YM. It was ranging. Well, NQ was a bit expanded. But again, this is not the best trade, to be honest. This was not the cleanest trade. Especially the price showed both sides. Like, want to trade lower, then wanted to trade higher. And then we got the irrelevant swing. So yeah. So now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna skip to the next day. 10, 4, 5, add 7. I want to add two candles. Alright. So now we just go to daily right there. Just go to daily right there. So what do we have? Alright, we got a PSP. This one is for now bearish, while the YM is showing strength. Take that up right there. Seek and destroy. Trade above the high, below the low. Which is not ideal. What? What just happened? I want to go right here. Alright, perfect. Alright, trade above the high, above the low. What I want to do right now, I probably want to go to the 4 hour to see how the 6 a.m. closed. So the 6 a.m. closed. Yes. C2. YM. C2. ES. Not a C2. Price traded below the weekly open. So now we have a new low of the week. New weekly low. New weekly low. New weekly low. Alright. So will I be willing to trade retracement? Yup. Into what? Into this gap. Into that gap. And also into that gap on YM. So if I see reversal signs, so for now, since two assets showing strength, NQ is showing weakness, then like I think this is the first time ES is the leading asset to the upside. YM is the mid asset, and NQ is kind of the weakest asset because it's the only one that haven't closed above that high, above that low. So for now, I would be willing to trade two setups: either a retracement, the confirmation of the 10 a.m. high and the expansion into the low, or if I see a reversal, I'll trade back into the range. It's two setups. Either the target would be that 2 a.m. candles high just into that gap, or the 6 a.m. low. Let's look on an hourly what just happened, and here when it gets really looking juicy. Price traded lower, failed to close. Look at that. That SMT got broken a while back. We got another failure to manipulate. So we got an SMT right here at some point, and then that SMT got broken. What do we have now? APSP. So look at that. Now we're seeing strength switch. The one that traded lower first is now closing bullish, while the one that traded last to that low is still closing bearish. So actually, I might be willing to trade YM to the upside or ES to the upside, because looking at this range, we got the C2 closure and we got the hourly swing. We don't have any new invalidation level that would support price to the downside. We just got failure swings just above them, that 4-hour gap. And yeah, YM is a bit better. Why? Because just at that high, there's that gap. Comparing to NQ, price might just reverse off of that high. While NQ, while YM, if it trades up into that high, most likely will trade into that gap. And same for ES. I think it's also a bit better than comparing to NQ. But yeah, let's see which one kind of provides that setup. So now we might just trade the fact that this 6 a.m. candle is showing that the signs for reversal, and we'll trade the expansion directly into that gap. Looking at M5, what's going on? This new weekly low, new weekly low. What do we have? ES inverse these gaps. YM same. While NQ still haven't done anything. So let's just take it candle by candle. Alright, price is trading higher. Let me go on M3 to see what's going on. I mean, NQ gave that entry, like kind of that small gap. Kind of that gap. And now we got the closure above. What APSP? Let me see if we have any SMGs or anything right there. Not really. We don't have any SMGs. Like, you can frame this long into the high. Like, NQ is the only one that gave that clean entry. Look at YM. Initially gave nothing. So this might be an entry into the high. Just that relevant swing. But it's a bit risky, to be honest. Let me see. What do we have on ES? Price just traded above a relevant swing. NQ still did not trade above him. Also get that relevant swing on YM right there. Let me see what's going on the M1. We get the sweep below, we get the trade above. Yeah, let's try it, guys. Let's try it. Yeah, just anticipate the fact that price will trade higher. So let me take a buy right there. Let's see what's gonna happen. That 2R is just above the high. Oh, price traded back into the retest. Let me see what's going on right there. YM is near the high. So I wanna start the management once YM or ES take out the high. So let's see. Alright. ES did trade above the high. Okay. YM, not yet. Alright, let me take one more candle. Alright, that's good. Oh, that's showing a really good sign. So even if I move my stop to break even, I will be safe. So let's see if it's gonna TP or not. Alright. Oh, so ES traded into that gap. Ideally, we want that next 3-minute candle to hit TP, and look at that. YM traded into the high, ES traded into the high, and also the high, and also the gap. So ideally, we want the next 3-minute candle to give us the TP, hopefully. Alright, that's good. So again, what was that trade based off? 4 hour was showing signs of reversal. Last hourly candle showing a PSP and somewhat of a strength switch. So now we want to see a continuation off of that PSP's low. No new invalidation levels within that leg. Really, we only got this 4 hour gap. This is a high. These are just filler swings. YM was the best to trade, but why? Would not traded due to the fact that they're not given an entry. Again, that PSP was the trigger for that reversal. Going directly to the M5. Oh, this M5 candle looks good, looks clean. But again, on the M3, why I prefer the M3 due to the fact that we kind of traded into that gap. So this is a PD array for me. And by the time we kind of take out the high, I would be managing my trade. I would probably move my starter break even due to the fact that I'm trading a bit high into the leg. So the shallowest pullback might take me out. So I would just try to be safe than sorry. So yeah, first trade. So that trade, we mismanaged that trade. We got a, I'm not really sure, like a minus 0.2 R. Let me check. So the stop was 31 points. I moved my stop right here. It's like 8 points. So 8, 16, 30, yeah. So it's like 0.25 R loss. And here, we got a 2 R win. So yeah. Let's see if there will be anything else. But most likely I will be done by now. Most likely I will be done by now. Does YouTube have AI to protect copyright? Yep. It detects which songs that have copyright and it will stop the stream. But usually, it kind of gives me that warning after I finish the stream. But now I don't know why within the stream, just pause the stream. So for entry, you are waiting for a continuation block. Yeah. Just any order block from a bullish PD array. So if I want to be looking for buys, I either want my order block / opposing candle to be formed off of either a swing level, a manipulation. Look, something to note, guys. You can use the manipulation of PSPs as a relevant swing. Why? Because that same bullish candle right here is a bearish candle on ES. And when we have a bearish and bullish, we have that swing formation. So you can use the PSP as a manipulation leg. You can still trade the manipulation, that PSP, and you can use it as a relevant swing. So this is something to note here. So either I want to see a manipulation of a relevant swing, not a relevant swing, just a minor swing would do the job, since this is just a lower time frame and we're just looking for the confirmation. So you can use this manipulation, that level, or even though this gap is really tiny, but look at the body. The body closed above it. So price is showing here the willingness that I'm respecting the next invalidation level. We're forming a clean opposing candle, a clean closure above. So some people would be looking for the retest, which should be there right there. But due to the fact that 2R is just above the high, and still we still got room to trade to the gap. Let me see if price ends up getting to the gap. Yeah, price did end up getting to the gap. And this is a beautiful trade also. This is a beautiful trade also. What is that? Failure to manipulate the high, manipulation of the lows, and a closure above. But again, look at that range. I'm not going to be expecting that price is going to trade back into the EQ of the gap, especially that YM is already traded above the gap. So yeah, if we got enough range, that would be a beautiful trade. This would be a beautiful continuation trade. So yeah, that's really what I'm looking for. You frame the next 4 hour candle, previous 4 hour candle, and try to expect what the next 4 hour will do. So yeah, for now, we're up. I think we can call it like we're up 2 hours. So let's just skip. Let's go to next day. For now, as I said, I will probably be done. Like one trade for me and I'm done. Probably in that day, since I took like a that loss, I would probably be looking for another trade, since that would be like as if I haven't traded yet. But yeah, there was really nothing here. There was nothing really that I could trade. The open draw for that day would be that high, and it already met. Right here too, that draw is that 4 hour gap. So for now, I would probably just be sitting on my hand or just chatting with you guys, or probably close the stream by, I don't know, 11. Yeah, so now let's see if anything happened right there. Yeah, we're just seeing the failure to manipulate and continuation higher. So let's go to the next day. Do you guys have any questions? If you guys have any questions, post them in the chat and I'll try to reply to you guys. Alright? So now we'll go to the next day. Boom, 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 boom. So this is the 4. So I got 5 candles to go. 2 candles to go. Alright. It's like from the get-go. Which side do you guys want to be trading? I would probably be willing to trade the upside. We got a manipulation of low and we still got an open draw. Let me see. But look at ES. Is this trading higher? YM also traded higher. So YM, that would be kind of that reversal point. Just like that one. But ES is a bit of a red flag, so. Because it's just expanding higher. There's nothing really here. And we just kind of inverse that gap. That would support the fact that we might go to the next validation level. But again, let's just go to the 4 hour because I want to use the 4 hour as our profiling time frame. So what do I want to see right here? I got this opposing candle, got respected. This is the 6 a.m. So we got the 6 a.m. right here. The 6 a.m. right here. So for now, I want to trade either YM or NQ. Why? Because we got a clean draw and also a clean draw. So like hourly, 30 minutes. So for the hourly, I want to trade reversals. For 30 minutes, I want to trade continuation. I prefer an hourly swing when I want to trade the reversals. Or if I want to trade the continuations, either the 30 minute or the hourly, both are fine. But when I want to trade reversals, I prefer to go with the hourly. It just gives it a swing, like a bit of strength. So you should see a reversal swing. So ideally, when you're profiling that 10 a.m. candle based off the previous candle's high, which is the 6 a.m. high. So if this is your 6 a.m. high, if this is your 6 a.m. 4-hour candle, and you're trying to frame a reversal off of its high, based off its high, probably you have like a SMT right here or something. You want to see that swing formation on the hourly. I will not trade it if it's a 30-minute candle closure. So let's go now. So we get the 6 a.m. closing bullish. He retested that opposing candle. So what do I want to see ideally? Retracement, push, or as we just saw on the hourly, it already formed a swing. So looking trading on the hourly, we already have a swing formation right here. Plus a 2-stage PSP. Not really 2-stage PSP. We don't have a 2-stage PSP. Only have that SMT right here. This is not a 2-stage PSP. Why? Because we need that. If we're gonna call it a 2-stage PSP, the SMT should be with that candle. So you'll wait for 11 a.m. exactly. That's why I take, like, if there's an idea, if there's no idea, I wait for the next 30-minute candle if I want to trade continuation, or if I want to trade reversal, I wait for the next hourly candle to open. All right. So since we don't have that 2-stage SMT, but we got a SMT plus PSP. So yeah, again, that PSP doesn't. So when would I say this is a 2-stage? This is a strength switch PSP. Since NQ is the one that traded below that low and ES did not. Ideally, if I want to say this is a strength switch PSP, I want to see this candle closing bullish, while right here I want to say close bearish. Why? Because why would the stronger asset close bearish while the weaker asset close bullish? So that would show a strength switch. But for now, we only have an SMT, a 1-stage SMT, and a 1-stage PSP. So in that case, there's no strength switch right here. So now, give me guys 1 sec. All right. So I'm just gonna go to M5 now. I would try to go directly with the M5. Why? Because the 4-hour is already providing the fact that the next candle is gonna be a bullish candle, and we have an open draw. Hourly, just manipulated that low, closing as a C2. But what's the red flag? It's the fact that look at that 5-minute closure. It just price is really close to the draw. So ideally, I want to say retracement back probably into somewhere in here, just a shallow pullback, or the next candle to form a gap, trade back into the gap and give me an entry, and then I can trade it into the high. Or I will frame reversal off of that high if we get an hourly swing. All right. So let's just go see 3 minute. What's going on 3 minute? Yeah, the draw just got the draw just got met within the next, I don't know, 6 minutes. So yeah, for now, since I'm not willing now to trade the continuations, I'll wait for the, or I can wait for the fact that, let me see if ES did trade into that new gap, just as we said. All right. So for now, I'll be watching 30 minutes if I want to trade the continuation. So for now, what we have, what time is it now right now? It's 10:30. So now it's 11. This is not a C2 because look at that open of that candle. So this is not a C2. So if I want to look for continuations, this is the place to do so, to give us that candle. And I like what's going on YM. We got a gap. Price just traded above a relevant swing. But look at YM. YM is closing as a C2 and it's a PSP. That's beautiful. So in that case, what do I want to see, guys? Can anybody tell me? In that case, we have a PSP, but this is just a one-stage PSP, all right? But this can be used also as a strength switch PSP. Why? Because look at the high. It's the high, right? It's the same high. The stronger asset that traded into the high is closing bearish, while the weaker asset is closing bullish. So this is a form of strength switch. We got an SMT right here with that PSP. All right. And what's even more beautiful is the fact that price closed the gap that was open right there. Where's the next relevant swing / open draw? That low. But there's nothing really here to target. So hourly closure, SMT. Let me see what's going on in 30 minutes. I think that would be also a strength. Oh, beautiful. Higher high, lower high. We don't have a PSP right there. But yeah, it's looking beautiful. It's looking beautiful. And I think we might even see the high gets manipulated, or the high. So beautiful. Now, what would I be doing? Going on M5 looking for shorts. So here, I should change it to YM since this is, I cannot execute on that one. Let me see. So I want to use that one, ES right now. On this one, I want to go to YM. All right, so let's see what's going on. I don't like how price is forming. Ideally, I want to see the high gets taken out before an entry. But let me see the 3 minute. What's going on right there on the 3 minute? Let me see. Or the manipulation die also would do it. Let's see. I think this is the trade we missed, right? I think now. Yeah, I do remember that's the trade we missed, I guess. I think it was on M5. I had to take it somewhere on M5. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was this opposing candle. I think that was the opposing candle that drove price, if I don't remember correctly. But I was waiting for a sweep. Yeah, I think I was waiting for a sweep. Let me see what happened. I think I just ended up missing it due to the fact that price just traded lower so fast. Let me go to M5. 3 minute. Again, ES from the beautiful opposing candle right there, but yeah. NQ is respecting this gap and also not closing lower. But yeah, I really want to see a sweep actually. Alright, beautiful. We got the break above, right? We got the sweep, the M5. Yeah, it was right here. It was this closure. So now, yeah, I actually do remember that trade. That's why I'm sure it will play out. I think it did play out right there. So what I ended up doing, since I got the manipulation on M3, I was waiting for the M3 to form, and the M5 just dumped. And the M3 just literally just dumped. But on the M5, we've seen that manipulation. Get the entry right there. And the next draw is this low. So now what we're going to do is just, again, take a sale right there. Stop would be at the high, and TP would be at that low. Yeah, I do remember what happened right there. Yeah. So do you guys know how I framed that trade? This was a beautiful, beautiful short. This was a really clean short. So for now, we're like 2 for the week, 1 loss. Like it could have been 3 for the week, but again, it is what it is. That could have been also a winner. Yeah. Yeah, that could have been a winner. This is a winner. Also, that day is a winner. So it's beautiful. And the C's are doing really good. So yeah, looking on the hourly, since there's nothing really here, what do we have? A bunch of filler swings. So price might even go into the next gap because there's nothing really here that would hold the price. Bunch of filler swings. I think whole community took short. Yeah. I went to Twitter and I was like, shit, I missed the best trade, the easiest, cleanest trade of the day. Because I was too focused on looking on the M3. That's what happened on M3. Yeah, right here. Once we got that closure below, price just was like really far away from my entry. I was like, hopefully we can get a retest on a new validation level. And price just dumped. The lesson on that trade is when we get a sweep on an M3, keep the M5 also to the side. You really want to see the M5 also. Since you're framing the trade on the hourly, so logically the entry time frame should be an M5. So this is the lesson that I learned from that loss, from that the trade that I missed. If I see a manipulation on an M3, keep the M5 in mind. If you get that closure, then it's valid. So yeah, that's the lesson on that day. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful short. Clean, 2R. Now we're gonna go to Wednesday. We're gonna go to Thursday. All right. So yeah, I think price did end up going to that gap, if I remember correctly. Yeah, price did go into that gap because that's the only invalidation level within that leg. There's nothing really. A bunch of filler swings. Same right here. Yeah. So now we're gonna go to Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think right here would be the 8 a.m. Alright. Oh, we're opening up to you. Beautiful. Alright, so let me clean the charts. Let me clean the charts. Again, what do we do as always? 4 hour. You don't need to look at the, yeah, it's good to look at the daily, but if you just mark the daily open, you'd know what's going on in daily. So right here, we got the daily open. So what do we have? Price shaded into an open draw. PSP. What do we have? Oh, you trade only 10 a.m. for, yeah, I only trade the 10 a.m. 4 hour candle. I just want to just look at that. Trade. I only need 1 trade per day. I only need 2R. Look, if you finish the month with 5R, you don't need anything else. Just 5R. Just imagine you have like, I don't know, like 20, 50K accounts. Even if you risk just $100 per trade and you make 500 per account, that's 20 accounts, that's 10K per month. It will set you up for life. So, yeah, literally, just, if you finish, like this week, I finished up 2R, beautiful. Next week, I'm aiming for like 6R. I'll try to finish it with 6R and we'll do everything on stream. So, yeah. If you just get a winner per day, like just a winner per week, man, you'll be set for life. So yeah, and try to focus on 1 4-hour candle. This is my advice that I tell you guys always. Focus on only 1 4-hour candle and you'll be set for life. You don't need anything else. And you'll probably be done. Let's just review the trades real quickly, guys, and see what time I will be done on the day. Look at that. I will be done by 10:30. First half, like the first 30 minutes right here, I will be done by 2 hours into the session, 2 hours and a half into the session. Here, I'll be done almost 2 hours into the session. So I'm trading 2 hours per day. That's beautiful. And I'm making my money and I'm leaving the market. No, that's good. Today I was out and there was a really nice taxi driver and I was talking to him. He's a Chinese guy because, as you guys know, I live in China. And I just asked him, like, do you love your job? And it seemed that he really hates the fact that he drives every day. And he was like, oh yeah, I love my job. I told him like, how many hours per day do you work? And he said like, I work for 11 hours. I was just like wondering, damn, some people like work 11 hours for something that they hate. And I'm sure they don't make much. I'm sure they don't make much because the drive was 17 kilometers and I only paid almost $5. So just look at that, like, and it was like a 30-minute drive. So like the maximum they can make is like probably $100 per day. And again, they gotta pay for the gas and stuff. So it's crazy, man. I mean, we can get it done like within 2 hours, and we'll make like 10 times or 20 times more than what they make for the whole day. So man, it's just trading is just beautiful, I swear. For 2 hours and 100k, that would be like enough. And imagine when you have that buffer, and you can trade, I don't know, you risk $500 per trade. Or but again, some platforms would limit you to the fact for the withdrawal. But if you have 20 accounts, you can withdraw 5k per week. You're the math, man. That would be crazy. That you'll be the next Trader Kane, and I really want to reach like a good record. If I get like a 100k payout or something, I will share with you guys. I hope it wouldn't take that much. It will not take long. Hopefully, I'll try to aim for it for the next, I don't know, like 3 to 4 months. Hopefully, I'll see if I can get such payout. But yeah, back to the charts. I would even trade FTMO on safety. I swear that's what I'll do. I do you know that I have Alpha Capital now? I have a 50k Alpha Capital funded account. It's crazy. You can use. Do you know the guy ICT Fanatics or Fanatics, something like this? Yeah, he trades like futures platforms, FTMO, Alpha Capital, and that would be crazy. And especially with FTMO, you have a static drawdown. So if you have a 100k account, you'll blow it but when you reach 90k. So it's really good. If you're up 5k, that would be good. Can you show how you trade? I'm new. That's what we've been doing, bro. That's what we've been doing from the start of the stream. We took 3 trades so far. Backtesting this week. Going trade by trade. But yeah, we still get Thursday and Friday, so we can go ahead and we'll do them. And if you have any questions, you can just post them in the chat, and I will be happy to help, bro. Melo, yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, back to the charts. What do we have? A new gap. So if I want to take shorts, ideally I want to trade back into the gap slash the low of the 6 a.m. candle. YM is looking beautiful, actually. Why? Because we have that failure swing, and we have a C2, and we got a SMT right here. So what do we got right here? We got an SMT. This is not a C2 closure, but again, this shows a reversal candle, especially. Look how far price traded above the high. It did not trade a lot. It didn't trade beyond the high far away. Like just kind of swept it. Now we're seeing the reversal, which is a good sign. That price wants to trade lower. Same for that one. Like YM is really beautiful, but again, looking in that range, it's not the biggest. ES is also looking beautiful, but again, what we got an ES gap right there. So let's just go on hourly and check. So 2 of the assets showing C2, showing willingness to trade the downside. Also NQ, but again, NQ is not support with that 4-hour candle, but it's support with that high getting swept. Looking on an hourly swing. When I want to trade reversals, I want to see hourly swing. What do we have here? Bunch of failure swings. Do we have any invalidation level on hourly that price can respect and go higher? No. So what am I going to be trading into this wick? I'm just going to keep it a CISD. YM, I would probably be willing to trade into that low. We got a C2 closure. Price just traded into a relevant swing. So what do I want to see? A failure to manipulate into the next open objective. Same on ES. Got the sweep. What I want to see, the failure to manipulate and trade into the next candle. So here directly I will be dropping on M5. Oh my god, that's a shit PA actually. That's a shit PA. Let's see the next 5 minutes what it will do. 3 minute. Oh my god, I hate this PA. This shit is so bad. Yeah, price did end up trading into that relevant swing, also on YM and also on ES. But yeah, the structure is just so nasty shit. Yeah. So here, the idea was correct. The other holy shit, what just happened? What the fuck? Alright. So for now, we can just skip the remove that bar and then use it again. So for now, the next that draw was mad. What the fuck? Come on, trading view. Come on. Do not show me what's. Do you guys know how to stop doing it? Select the first available day. Oh my god. Oh my god. So now I would just be like, my brain would be biased to take shorts. I don't want to do it. I don't. But nonetheless, we're seeing the respect. We have SMT right here between the high and not really. We're still seeing that SMT holding, but it got broken right here. We got a C2. So this is a PSP. Where do you want to see continuations from? Probably from that wick into what? Into this failure swing and also that failure swing. Let me see what's going on. 30-minute. I think you cannot move 5 minutes on 1 hour time frame. What do you mean? Are you trading the ICT model? No, I'm trading GxT. GxT basically is trying to profile one 4-hour candle. If you're expecting that 4-hour candle to be bullish, just like P of 3. If you're expecting that 4-hour candle to be bullish, you wanna wait for that low to be formed and then trade the continuations. Or if you're expecting it to be bearish, you wanna trade the lower continuation. These lower highs, if you wanna trade buy, don't wanna trade the upside, don't wanna trade these higher lows. This is like basically it's good. Like on a fixed replay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a fixed replay probably. Yeah, next stream will be on using a fixed replay. Looking at our time frame, but moving price in F5. All right. Let me see. Give me 1 sec. Let me see if I still got. Let me see if I still have a fixed replay or not. Let me see. Hopefully I still have it. If not, next stream you guys will see me using a fixed replay or TradeZella. I haven't used TradeZella yet, so I might just use TradeZella and connect my account to it and everything. So. Yeah, I don't have it. But look at the time invested on. Let me show you guys something. Let me take a screenshot. Check this out. On a fixed replay. 17 days in terms of hours that I invested for, and I backtested 11 years. So that's what it takes. If you guys want to make it, that's what you gotta do. Put in the time, invest a lot of time in backtesting, and a lot of time, and a lot of historical data. So, yeah. Some people backtest for like 2 hours and they think they're ready for. No, just keep doing the same model every day, and it will be just like a game. It'll literally be a game for you guys. Do you have IG? Yeah, I do, but it still doesn't have anything. It still doesn't have a profile picture or anything. I will add more socials probably from next week. Yeah, I'm just delaying it day by day. Mihaju Tuesday, crazy, huh? Mihaju, where are you from? I think you found the name familiar, right? Probably your country's mate got the same name, right? Or something. Anyways, let's go back. Let's go back because we still got 1 day to finish the recap, and I probably might go to bed. Do you guys know what time is it for me? That's the time for me. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning. I haven't slept yet, so I probably need to go and sleep. All right. Bum bum bum. It's looking a bit off. It's looking a bit sus right here. Let me see. I think I'm gonna be willing to trade YM right there, because I would see this as a failure to manipulate, and I would trade back into. Almost 1 a.m. here. 10 more minutes and I'm out. Where do you live? So you're 6 hours behind. 6 hours behind. Are you somewhere in Africa? Or in Europe? North Europe, somewhere in Europe, or somewhere in Africa, I guess. Netherlands. Oh, you're the guy living in Netherlands. I don't remember now. I remember. You're the guy from. You're from another country and you went to Netherlands. I do remember you, but yeah. Serbia. Yeah. Let me see. Do you have any certificates, man? Oh, what the f- I did not see it, coach. Do you have any certificates? Prop firm. Yeah, I do, man. But I just don't share such things, man. I'm here just to provide value. I'm not trying to flex that I'm like making money or come here, provide value, live stream. You guys have questions? That's it. I think I will never show my face. I will never show how much I'm making. Probably if I make like a big achievement, I might just post it for like some sort of motivation. But other than that, yeah, I will not share like how much I'm withdrawing. No, just pure value, because that's what the industry is lacking. I just want you to come, learn, leave. I don't want to flex on you. I don't want to sell you anything. So yeah, just come here, learn, see how I trade. If you like how I trade, that's good. If you don't, that's your choice. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just here for value. What do you use for backtesting, bro? I used to use FX Replay, but now I'm just using TradingView due to the fact that I don't backtest that often now. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase FX Replay again. I'm probably can go just now. We can just open a stream. You guys tell me a date that we can go on, or probably like you backtested yourself. You found some struggle on a specific amount. We can go to that amount and try to backtest it together and see how we can manage to trade it. I have certificate for driving cars. All right, let's go back. All right, so I'm gonna trade YM to the downside, the 10 a.m. Open the high first. Failure to manipulate. What do I want to see? Probably open high, break. I would trade lower. Let's see what we're gonna get. All right. Would that be a trade? Oh, this is not YM. This is ES. All right, never mind. All right, we did get that closure below on ES. So right here, I'll go to ES. So why do I want to trade that one? Because we got that C2 closure. The only red flag is the fact that we don't have a closure. Oh, we do. All right. So what do we got? A C2 confirmed with that changing state. Now we have the intra-candle changing state. And we got an open draw, which is that current 10 a.m. low. Do you think that any strategy can be profitable? Yeah, man. If you put in enough time and you understand that strategy very well, everything works. Support and resistance works. ICT, inversions, whatever. If you can pick the right inversion, like this inversion works. If you have enough data, I would be able to identify that this is the winning inversion. You'll be able to make it. Any strategy doesn't matter. So we have that closure, which is good. We're gonna M5. We're just shy of that low, but I think that would be the driver for price, I guess. Let me see the hourly. Fuck you. Come on, man. Fuck, man. Fuck. No, I'm not gonna take that trade. Even though like it will play out, yeah. I'm not gonna take that trade. I'm not gonna use it as something that I took. Yeah. I was willing to trade it, but due to the fact that since TradingView showed price wanted to trade lower, I'm not gonna use it. But yeah, that was gonna be the trade. The C2, we traded back into this opposing candle on M3. Not only the opposing candle, we traded above a high, and also we respected this gap. So yeah, that is a good trade. And again, same idea as that last trade. Look at that. If I was too focused on the M3, since it's the one that swept and also respected that gap, I would not get the entry. By the time we got that new validation level price already traded into my open objective. So this is a lesson that I'm gonna be taking with me next week. Trading view is just lagging. Yeah, bro, like, come on, it showed that trade. I was gonna take it, but yeah, nonetheless. So yeah, Monday trade, Tuesday trade, Wednesday trade, Thursday trade. 6 are up for the week. Crazy. And yeah, and you guys know the NQ trade that I just took yesterday, so I'll just go skip for it directly. So I'll just go to I won't backtest yesterday's trade because I still remember what happened, so I will just go ahead and show you guys the trade I took. Yeah, which is right here. And I was really, really lucky to get out on time. Reversal candle. 4 hour, let me show you. Oh, what did I just do? 4 hour? 4 hour? Not 3 hour, 4 hour. Yes, use Infire or watch. Yep, exactly. Are you trading EU? Nope. No more FX pairs for me, man. Just futures. But you can trade it with the same style. So what do we have? The short for me was almost 5 hour trade. Oh, that one that we just ran over? That YM short? This one? That one? Let me see. The ES short? Where? Holy shit. Damn, price did really drop. And especially that I was trading away from the hive day. I really love that type. I mean, at some point I will be holding trades for long. If prop firms allow. Me too. That's it, crazy. Trading away from hive day. Supports with a 4 hour profile. SMT right there. And something I noticed is when we have SMT, whatever is between that SMT is going to be the target. Just like that one. We get the SMT between the high and the high. This is that objective. So this is something I'm going to be taking with me. Like, holding trade for long. It's... Oh, price did trade for 9R. Crazy. Can you explain some trades only using TTFM for simplicity? GxT is much harder. Alright, we'll do that now, bro. So, let me show you guys this trade that I took yesterday. It was right here. If you guys do remember, it was right here. I was lucky enough to kind of get that fill right there. Stop was right here. And I closed the trade right here. Are you living off trading? Yep. Alright. So, you want TTFM. So, wait, do you guys have any questions from that week that we just had? So, Monday, W. Not a W, it's a break even. It's a break even slash W. It's like a break even slash a tiny L. This was like a tiny L. So let's see how much we ended up the session with. Oh, they don't show? Oh, when you kind of finish the replay, will show you how much you made. But nonetheless. So, look at that. Monday, there was a trade. Tuesday, there was a trade. So we go on Monday. Beautiful. But this, I managed aggressively. I got like a minus 0.25 R loss. 2R. I think there was a short on YM, if I don't remember correctly. I think it was a short on YM. It was a short on YM. A winner. Thursday, it was a short on ES. She was a crazy. I will not go for that. I will just go for 2R. I'll just go for 2R. Just right here. 2R. And Friday, the trade I took on stream. So the potential for that week was like a 10R potential. Just on NFCs themselves. I trade oil, GT, silver. Yeah. And there was a beautiful silver trade. Do you guys remember what I said on Friday? If you guys remember what I said on Friday, do you guys remember this trade that I wanted to see? Do you guys remember that trade? I said I really want to see that PSP and a 2-stage PSP. I don't know if you guys remember on silver. We got exactly that. If I haven't taken that NQ short, or I took an NQ short break even, I would have taken that one. I literally took that one, not live, just after I finished the stream. And I was just watching it. Wait, let me finish that. Let me change that time to... Yeah, this one. Just after we finished the stream. Literally, just we finished the stream, this one ended up playing out. I was just watching it, but since I took my 1K, and due to the consistency rule, I cannot make more than 1K. So yeah, that's why. Because I'm only we have a 40% consistency rule on that phase, so I need to make less. So yeah, this was a beautiful 2R, and yeah, it could have went to the low for like a 5R trade. So yeah, now Robson wants to see the fractal model. All right, let me go on a daily, try to find you an example. We can go to, you know, we can just go to somewhere in here. Probably can go to the daily. All right. Oh, that's a beautiful example, just from the get-go. So now I'll try to explain the T-trace fractal model, okay? So now high, it was formed off of a gap, and also these relevant swings, but it's a little bit far. Thanks, Sharaf. I'm out. You're welcome, buddy, and see you soon, man. Have a good night. Take care, buddy. So, since you want to understand T-trace, cheers. Take care, buddy. See you soon. So since you want to only trade the T-trace fractal model, so here's how T-trace goes about it. The daily closing as C2 as a reversal candle. So we mark previous candle. Since we have a fat wick, what do we want to see? We want to mark the AQ of the wick. Do you know the T-spot or not? Do you know what is the T-spot? So basically the T-spot is the area. So for example, when you have the bullish candle and you want to see the next continuation candle, you take the AQ, you take the fib from the high to the low of the candle, and you mark from the close to the AQ. So that's your T-spot. That's the area you want to see a new swing formation right there for the expansion. So that's what we got right here. That swing was formed within that T-spot to see that expansion. But in that case, since the body is too small, we're going to be using the wick. Okay, you know, that's good. So we can just go ahead, mark that wick. So right here, the minute we will see a bearish swing formation, we would be taking trades. This is literally the fractal model. It got pros to it and it got cons. The other fact that you cannot profile a daily candle, you just wait for an hourly swing. Since this is a daily swing, the aligned time frame is the hourly. Within that C2, what do we want to see? A change in state. We got it within that C2. So now every bearish swing that formed from a bearish PD race. So now in that case, we only have that buy to sell. So we want to see price trading all the way up here to give us that bearish swing, which is also aligned with that T-spot. Now we can be looking for shorts. So let's see what price would do. Here we got a C2 closure. So yeah, you could trade basically this to the downside into that low, but again, it was formed off of a fair value gap. So we got a gap that was formed, and we got a swing formation. Let's see if it will trade into the low or not. It did trade into the low. So now you get that swing formation. You would go to the lower time frame. Let's see. You can go to the M5. What do we got right here? A change in state. What do we have? The change in state, but right here, probably you wouldn't be able to get a trade. Let me see on the M3 what happened right there. Yeah, probably could have gotten this trade. So now what do we have? The hourly swing formation, since the daily is aligned with the hourly, an hourly swing was formed off of, let me just make it blue, a new swing formation aligned with that previous daily candle, and we still have an open draw, which is that low. And not only that, if we go to the daily, since the daily is the time frame we're gonna get our open draws from, just like we did on the 4 hour. Since we're trading the 4 hour, we can get the draws from the 4 hour, but now we're trading daily, we got a gap. So we're expecting that candle to trade into this gap. So going on an hourly, we get that swing formation. So where's my target? Either to R or trade it back into that gap, or we see like a low right here. We got a low right here. So whatever you prefer to do. You want to go for 2R? Beautiful. You want to go for more? Beautiful. Going to M3, since the M3 is where we got our entry from. What do we got right there? This is the entry. This is a new swing. So ideally, you want to be protected above that low, above the high. And now you either go for 2R, which you've have gotten already, or you want to go for a new low. Let's see which ended up happening. Price ended up taking out the high. Why? Because it also traded into a relevant swing. So ideally, you would have been out by 2R right there. If you did not, now what you're gonna do? Let's see you took a break even right there. What do you want to wait for? Let me remove that one. Add a new candle. What do we have right now? A relevant swing was formed off of a fair value gap. We have a new opposing candle. And we have a new swing formation. A C2 candle. So now what do we have? Price traded below a low. Failed to reverse. Traded into, and just below that low, what do we have? Price traded from a gap 2. And now it's forming a bearish swing. If price trades from and respects a bullish PD array, why does it form a bearish swing? So that bearish PD array was just used for a retracement to continue the downside. So this is a retracement PD array. Now what do we have? A C2. What do? We go to the M5. We'll try to search for that intercandle changing state within that C2. Do we have it? Yup, we do. This is that changing state. So now what are we going to trade? What are we going to wait for? Open high into the opposing candle, because I don't see this as a fair value gap. This is like a, what is it called? Volume imbalance. And I don't trade based off volume imbalances. So I want to see price trade back into here, form that new order block, then see continuation lower. Let's see if we're gonna get that or not. So we don't get that. What's the new invalidation level? Now we got a gap or the high. So either I want to see a swing forming right here, or we're trading above the high in the continuation. Let's see. So we got equal highs. Price did respect that gap, but again, I would not really be willing to trade it since we got equal highs. But let's just say the wick was something like this. Let's just imagine. You can take that one or stop right there. Put the stop just at that high. You can, so you can put it right there. Or we can go to M3, see what happened on M3. So yeah, it's kind of same. It's kind of the same. So now you can either trade onto that level, or this relevant swing is quite near that low, so you can just expand it right there, or go for 2R. Let's see if 2R will be given right there or not. And beautiful, it was given. So right here you could have gone near 2R. Here you could have gone near 2R. Let's see if price did end up trading back into that low, and yes, it did. Why? Because price only had to trade one low to get to that open draw. But compared to that scenario, we get like first relevant swing, second relevant swing. So you just wanted price to continue directly into them, which wasn't the case in that case. So yeah, this is literally the cheat trades fractal model. This was like a live backtested model. So we took 2 in trades. You either could have gotten your 2R. It was like somewhere in here, if I don't remember. It was on the M3, but like it just gave 2R. So it was, we had to stop at the high. So yeah, that was somewhere in the entry right here, if I don't remember. If we go to M3, yeah, that would be an entry. That would be your exit 2R. Or if you're cautious, you might just take it out right there. Due to the fact that this is your relevant swing, and just below it there's a fair value gap, so you might just target the gap. And right here, since this 1.7 plus 3.6, you do the math. 3.6, 4, 4.3, 5.3 R right there. So yeah, this is how we go about it. Or you can do it with the 4 hour. If the 4 hour closes C2, you can trade the 15-minute. Wait for a 15-minute swing formation. In that case, would be this swing formation right here, because it's also trading within a gap. So right here, you'll be trading on the M1. What we're gonna do right now, wait for that changing state, which will be confirmed by this candle. Let's see. We did trade. Now we want to open high, close, and we did not get it. I think we will not get it since the draw is so near. And we did get it. Let's see if we're gonna get a closure below this level. But price is just, it's just so bad. Yeah, you got that closure right there. I think right here you can enter. But again, this looks like a game. It's the PA looks so bad. But you get the point. Do you have any questions? Just kind of frame that daily C2. And again, you can trade also the C3, by the way. Let's go to the daily. Let me go to the daily, show some. So now, let me just remove that daily candle. Add one more to it. Price inverse that gap. The low is the next relevant swing because the price disrespected the new invalidation level. And again, same thing. Boom. Because now this is the C3, so you're trading the C4, and the C4 you can still trade it. This is that T spot. Go on hourly. Wait for a swing formation. Beautiful swing formation will be formed above the high. Let's see. And price ended up just kind of sweeping the high, but just forming equal highs right here. So yeah, this is basically how we go about it. Just try to frame each daily candle by itself. And yeah, that's really it. And as you see, there was a trade right there. That's why I just like to trade the GxT, because you'll be able to get a trade daily. Depending on the daily, you can here you can get a trade right on that day. Here you'll be looking for shorts. Price ended up just ranging. We get a swing. You would be looking for shorts. Price ended up closing bullish. So yeah, depending on the daily for like trades, it's not the best, in my opinion. But again, like in cases like that, when you kind of get that closure, a sweep and a closure, and you still have an open draw, you can kind of expect all these days to be bullish. And once we get that candle, you can trade this bullish, this bullish, this bullish. 3 days of expansion into relevant draw. So that would be the case. Again, what do we have right here? Open draw, fair value gap held, C2. This is most likely is going to be that swing until that draw gets taken out. So you kind of be biased in that case to kind of trade into the draw. Same case here. We get that C3. You got an open draw. You trade into it. Again, we kind of traded external. We traded back into the range with the C2. Then you kind of be biased that price most likely will take out that low because there is no invalidation level right there. So that's how we kind of go about it. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day. This is 7 a.m. for me. I think I need to go to sleep. People are about to wake up and I'm about to go to bed, which is not good. So yeah, I hope you guys loved today's live stream. I hope you guys got some value from it. And yeah, probably I might do another stream tomorrow, but I'll try to do it a bit earlier because yeah, I'll try to do it a bit earlier so that way more people can join. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, prepare them for tomorrow. If you guys have any questions or you have any issues with the setup or something, like you took a trade, it was a loss, you did not figure out why it was a loss, prepare it for me tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I'll hop on, but yeah, when I'll hop on, you guys will see the notification. So yeah, take care guys, and bye bye. See you guys, take care.